Hey everyone, Percy here. Today I'd like to talk about portability. I have a need for portability when it comes to recording and mixing music. So what I did was I actually already bought a new laptop computer, which by the way really hurt. It really hurt my bank account. But hey, some things sometimes need to be done. And it's actually still sitting in the back in the corner, untouched, but not for long. Anyway, what I also needed was a appropriate audio interface. So I did a little research and I made a decision. And the decision I made was to buy this one right here. It is the Audient id4. Okay, first of all, let me say that I'm in no way sponsored or anything by Audient. This was really my decision to buy this based on some research I did, mainly online. I actually haven't even tested it myself yet, so I couldn't tell you how good it really is. The reason I did buy it was because of, well, first of all, its size. It's very small, which makes it perfect to bring it with you. It is supposed to be made out of a very strong material, which makes it very strong, supposedly. It's very affordable and it has gotten a lot of very, very good reviews. Now, whether those reviews are true or not, I guess I'm gonna find out soon. For now, I'm gonna do a little unboxing and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the features it has. Okay, now let's open this baby up. Yeah. Okay, first thing you'll see is a quick start guide. It is very quick. Okay. This looks a bit complicated. Yes. Okay, the second thing is this thing right here. This is the USB 2 cable that is meant to connect it to your computer, obviously. And last, but certainly not least, is the machine itself. Okay, so I have to say it is really very, very small, so that's good. And about the build quality, well, that is rock solid. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the features this thing has, and let's start with the front. Now, at the front, first of all, you will see a JFET DI input for your guitars, bass guitars, keyboards, things like that. Next to that, we have not one, but two headphone outputs, so jack and mini jack, so that's a really nice touch they added there. Now on the right side you will see a Kensington lock slot for some security if you're on the road. Moving over to the back, first of all we have the USB 2 connection. Next to that we have the left and right jack output for your monitors. Here we have the combination jack XLR input with next to that the button to activate a 48-volt phantom power. Okay, now let's take a look at the top. If your connection to your computer is good, this USB status LED light will light up green. If your phantom power is activated, this will light up red. This is just the mic gain knob, and beneath that we have the DI gain knob. Here we have the monitor mix knob, which means that if you set it all the way to the right, you will only hear what's coming from your DAW. If you set it all the way to the left, you will only hear the input. So if you want to hear both of them, you have to set it somewhere in between. Simple as that. Now the big knob right here is the volume knob. It controls the volume, obviously, but it has some other functions as well. So if you press it down, you will go into dim mode, which means that the volume will drop by 15 dB. until you press it again, of course. It also works in conjunction with these two buttons right here. So for instance, if you press the ID button, the volume knob now will act as a virtual mouse wheel, which means that whatever you hover over with your mouse, the volume knob will now control the value of the parameter in question. So I'm not sure how often I'm gonna use that, but I have to experience it first, I guess. This button right here is the mute button, so if you press that, the output to the monitors will be muted. But if you press the mute button and the ID button at the same time, now you will be able to tweak the panning settings of the input and the output with your volume knob. And that might be very useful if you're doing some recordings. Okay, so that concludes the overview of the features of this little device. I will be using this very soon, and I have to say, I have some high hopes for this, but we'll see. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon.